some things just go on in these spaces that I just don't understand. It just gets real weird at times. So now you have these OGs where Snoop Dogg and his cousin Dillinger is beefing online. And they beefing online for the whole world to hear. We've seen Daz, he went online and he was talking about Snoop Dogg business practices. Now we know that Snoop Dogg, he obtained the rights to Death Row. And in obtaining the rights, he also obtained all the problems that they had with the lawsuits from different artists that was coming with that. Now, early on last year, Dillinger said that he was doing good business and he sets money straight. They out here, they getting things right. But behind the scenes, there's been some problems. There's been some issues going on where he's done called him now Snoop Knight, saying that he's doing business the same way Suge Knight was doing business. There's discrepancies behind royalties, the dog pound print. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Mind you, these two are cousins, right? These two are family. And they going back and forth for the whole world to see, but they handling it, to me, in my opinion, the way young people handle stuff. They getting at each other, saying disparaging things. And, Snoop Dogg wants to have Death Row to get it to a certain dollar amount and sell it for $1 billion, where Daz wants to maintain control of what he created in his music, and they're having problems.
In May. So months go by. I go there in July. I still don't know about the trademarks and all that. I do the work. They smiling all on my face like, yeah. But knowing behind my back, the niggas wouldn't try to trademark my. So I find out in July that Christy Lucy from Death Row, an attorney over there, trademarked the dog pound DPG. So I hear Snoop and say, "What's up with your lawyer?" I ain't cussing, I ain't go hard or nothing. I just found out that y'all tried to trademark the dog pound, and that's how I know. Me, yeah, nigga, I did it, and being tough and shit. That's what he wanted. You know what I'm saying? So all hell break loose. He do a show. He don't take me, take everybody else. Like, yeah, I ain't with Dad and all the shit. For what? Because I asked you about my trademark that you tried to go behind my back and steal my. But the reason why I never trademarked it the dog pound, because the Cleveland Browns own the name the dog pound, but they spell it DAWG. You know what I mean? And they have it trademarked for their football. So that was the confusion over all the 30 years of doing business with the first Death Row, with Suge Knight, but doing business with them, Reggie Wright, doing the business with them. They try to steal the shit too. But it could never happen because the Cleveland Brown owned the name of Dog Pound. Not the way that we spelled it, but it's confusion is what they said on there. So when I hear Snoop and say, why did y'all try to trademark the Dog Pound? And, me and everything else, they don't want to do business with me because they thought they had it.
See, the way I view this, Daz and Snoop been in the industry for a long time. And both of them been burnt and robbed by the industry, by CEOs and all this kind of stuff. So they understand how it operates. But now, Snoop Dogg is in the seat of ownership and doing business with the big wigs. His cousin knows this, and his cousin knows how manipulative and how these people operate. He knows that his cousin has been in with the dominant society for some time and how they control things, so he's not trusting it. He's saying, listen, I'm not giving up all my rights so you can go and sell things so that way I can be pushed out and you can be like, man, my bad, cuz in order for us to get this merger or in order for us to get this deal, we got to sign off on this and we got to sign off on that. Daz knows this because he's an OG in the game now. He knows the business that Suge was doing and how them higher ups had Suge handcuffed, right? He knows how they maneuvered Death Row right up out of their arms, right? So now his cousin got Death Row, and it's going to be the same business practices with that protected group and the way that they move money around, the way things are allocated. So he's saying, listen, I'm not giving up my intellectual property like that. I'm not doing that. So now you want to come and just take all my stuff and say, well, hold on, cuz I'm going to get you on the back end. Where most of the time there's never a back end. We already know that. So Daz is not going for it, right? So now they're viewing this thing in two separate ways, and it's becoming a problem.
Niggas thought they had it. But then I trademarked the paw. Because I drew the paw in 1991. Dad Dillinger. I drew that paw 1991, and I've had it ever since.
Okay, oh, so you own everything. So that's all your stuff. Now, you were saying something about the paw. Now, what are you talking about with the paw?
Well, like I was saying, the paw is trademarked. Like I told Snoop, you got rejected and I got accepted. You know what I'm saying? So that was the moneymaker. The paw is like the Apple sign, like I said before. And like I said, they tried to go behind my back and trademark all my work and then flung my face like, yeah, we got it. That's all we wanted because I'm finna sell everything for $1 billion to Universal. You know what I mean? But shh, don't be selling my shit.
Now, what do you mean by selling? He said he was going to sell it, or what? They're selling Death Row, the new Death Row that just came?
Snoop, everything Snoop's involved with, he gonna sell all that shit for $1 billion. You know, cash it out for their catalog. And then he sell that shit and he just start over and make new music. You know, it's easy. You sell what you got. You know what I'm saying? And you got all that money. I mean, I don't be counting my pocket, but I got my own pocket. You know what I mean?
Now, how many albums is over there? Now, how many albums is over there at Death Row? Because you were saying that it was the Doggy Style and it was two other ones you was talking about.
Yeah, you know, the shit that I got on the wall right here, you know what I'm saying? The Chronic is already going back to Dr. Dre. Tupac that took all his greatest hits album, all his shit back over to Amaru. So what is left on Death Row?
So Daz is looking at it like this. Daz is no dummy. You know, he's looking at it like Tupac took all his greatest hits and everything and sent it over to Amaro. They took the Chronic out. You know, Dre took the Chronic. So it's really nothing else over there like that when he's saying he want to sell it for $1 billion. How you going to sell it for $1 billion? What content do you have that you can sell for $1 billion? And that's why he's saying, man, listen, I'm holding on to mine, man. Y'all not getting that. I'm not giving y'all mine. No. So then you get the discrepancy between the cash payouts from money that's owed to artists based off of royalties, right? Because when Snoop Dogg got the label, he inherited that problem. And we know that Suge was the one divvying up how the royalties would go out, and Suge is a crook. He know that Suge was a bad dude. He was a bad person. He was a black man that was in position of power to actually empower a lot of black people, and he was worse than a W man. That's what he was, right? And everybody knew it. So Daz is looking at it like this. No, man, I need my money.
But I'm coming to get my shit. So what's going to be left on Death Row? So he got to make new catalog. And that's where all the new cats come in at. You know what I'm saying? And making new content. You know what I mean? And
now you still have albums and stuff over there at Death Row, or what do you have over there? Now, are you part owner of it, or?
I'm not an owner.
Okay.
No.
Now, do you own anything over there, or do you write anything?
My publishing and my rights and all that other type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Songs of Songs is in publishing deals. So you might have this one song, you know what I'm saying, there's Doggy Dog World or something. So somebody might sample that song. And now you got different songs made off that songs that you get a piece of that catalog. Now your catalog is a little bit more longer now.
Okay, so now you have some Tupac songs and what all do you have going on over there?
I mean, you know, I got all the Tupac stuff. That's separate, though. You know what I'm saying? But the Death Row stuff from Gamma on up, not from the past. I'm talking about Gamma on up, you know what I'm saying? From 22 on up. Just like he said, I'm going to give everybody back their publishing. You lie. You ain't paid nobody since day one. You trying to starve niggas out, but you can't starve me out. You can starve them other niggas out, but everybody complaining over there. I just want what's mine, you know what I'm saying?
Now, you haven't got paid for any of your stuff, or how does that work? They just able to take it and it just becomes theirs, or?
You know, that bankruptcy shit, Snoop bought this shit, you know what I'm saying? Till now, from 22 now, got to pay us. And right now they in there trying to change all the percentages. I don't know what the they're doing to say, here, this is what we owe you. You can't just come up with a number and all that other type of shit. The split, I mean, y'all doing this, listen, you guys are really accepting Suge Knight paperwork. All that paperwork Suge Knight had in there that you let me see was fraudulent because you told me And I got the same paperwork, because my lawyer got the same paperwork where people was forging people's name and all this shit. And you're still abiding by what he got, because it's so much money. Like I told everybody else, Death Row makes so much money, you got to steal.
Wow.
So in this battle with them going back and forth, he's insinuating that basically Snoop Dogg is doing business the same way Suge would have been. And he's calling Snoop Dogg a thief. And Snoop Dogg is very upset about this. He doesn't like it. So he took to social media and he said this.
I see you ain't got but hate on me, huh? In a minute, I'm gonna fuck cuz on some real shit. Not physically, but business-wise. Cause you broke us right now, so I'm off in a minute, cuz. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, cuz. Leave me alone.
So Daz responded back and said he mad now, 100. Now he want to F me up business-wise by trying to steal everything I own that was on Death Row, right? By forced signatures and not paying royalties, since he had the label using our royalties to pay his staff. They making more than the artists. I sued Suge back in the day. Should I do the same to Cuz? It's all about my name. The publishing numbers, it's all in my name. The publishing numbers don't change unless LOL, you a thief. You can't starve me out. I'm independent. I run my own ship. Always have. You little, you know what, right? And then, oh man, it gets crazy. You know, the former artist that was on the label, she came and she said this. We've been watching Snoop and Daz go at it for years. Daz blocked me because of me talking to Suge. But I want to say this. Daz has always been smart and has every right to question his contract, publishing, and percentages. This industry creates an illusion of confusion, right? You've been so rupeed out and then get mad when someone wants to make sure their business and bottom line is secured. I learned in my teen years when I took Corrupt back to Death Row to sign again with Suge. These people in this industry will use you until they can't use you no more, then act like you ain't done blank to help advance their position. The goal is ownership, legacy, and security. Everyone don't understand that because they're too busy taking pictures and posting it on social media for validation. Man, so this thing, so this thing is real. This thing here is real deep with these two. But we gonna wait and see how this play out, man, because it's getting real ugly. I wish that it didn't go online. But y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about this, man. Who you think is right in this situation? Daz or Snoop Dogg? Let me know what you guys think. Remember, I love y'all. Till next time. Peace.